Hello and welcome to a Dominion Online Championship match. This is round 2, GrassWonder against shua224. GrassWonder is the highest seed by quite a lot, so a strong favourite here. But yeah, anything can happen. And this is best of 6. So 5-2. I quite like war chest here, the 5s are good. Flag bearer, I guess, makes sense as the 4, especially once you've seen your opponent has the 5. Was that? Yeah. And then develop. It's okay. I guess you can turn your estates into stockpiles, but investment will be better for the copper trashing. And then scoring wise, like collection is probably going to be decent, but there's not like a load of cheap action cards you want to spam. You definitely don't want to get started on the castles now, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, at the start trying to get deck control. I think hunting parties and investments are good. If you get a good chance to add Guildhall, that would probably be quite nice, because there will be quite a few treasures being gained. And Star Chart is also quite nice for finding hunting party. Are we thinking about trashing Flagbearer here? I think it's okay, but there's probably like no harm in keeping it. I guess if you want to trigger the shuffle. Depending on what's down there, I haven't been paying attention. But probably the buy would be either hunting party or war chest, I would guess. They do take the flag. And they do go for war chest, which I think is good. Probably deny hunting party every time. Takes the flag back. I would quite like investment star chart or something like that. Definitely not the castles. Way too early for the castles. I think this can just be hunting party for GrassWonder. And here, probably, yeah, I guess you can develop a state. I'd be like very tempted to develop the flag bearer there, even though we already have the flag, because then you get a 5 on top as well. Well, I guess a hunting party would probably be. I'm not sure we needed another develop in that situation as well. Maybe just more stockpile. I don't know if they're thinking about not playing hunting party, but I can't get on board with that. Like, sure, you don't want war chest to miss the shuffle, but I feel like there's an investment down there as well. I'm not sure the second card is, so not guaranteed to trigger the shuffle anyway. maybe just AFK, because this seems like a lot of thinking. So last time we had flag, 3 coppers, estate. It was copper investment, yeah. I mean, in any case, I think triggering the shuffle is fine. I guess, yeah, deny hunting party again, I would have said. Because now you can gain hunting party, and if you want the flag, you can buy it. But I think maybe getting started on stockpile would be good here as well. With the 4. It's probably a bit too early for Conspirator. Flag is okay as well. It's nice to deny the opponent. Here, definitely develop the crumbling castle into hunting parties stockpile, I would say. And they did buy Guildhall, I didn't notice that. But yeah, last turn. I do quite like that. I still think they need a bit more deck control to be drawing everything. Taking collection makes sense when hunting party is denied. I think they need an investment still, so I would probably buy that here. I think I'm pretty sure we just play the flag here. We want to hit 5. So we'll get our war chest gain, which will either be collection or hunting party, I imagine, and then buy the other one. So yeah, you can take a collection here and buy hunting party. I think, yeah, I mean, it kind of tracks with what they've been doing, focusing on the castles. Like, it kind of makes sense to do haunted, but not so much. Like, you can just top deck 2 coppers here, and then skip the second one with your hunting party. Yeah, I just felt like the castles are a bit too slow here, and they've not been trashing very well. I don't think they've trashed any coppers. Well, there's only 1 copper trashed in general, to be fair. But they have developed for estate trashing. But develop is pretty bad at trashing coppers. I can see GrassWonder taking a develop here on top as well. But probably just the stockpile is fine too. They go for develop, which makes sense when there's an estate down there. Finally we get an investment, which I do think is good. Probably a hunting party to go with it. They keep pushing the castles. I would say, like, the collection scoring is not that easy, but I still think it's better alt VP than the castles. The issue with hunting party as the only draw is that, like, if you just want to shove a bunch of collections in your deck, it's pretty difficult to draw them. But yeah, I still think important to get deck control, because you can probably add the legionary attack later, which could be quite consistent. They take legionary already, but they don't have a gold yet, so that seems a bit premature. There's been a lot of fighting over the flag, which means that the flag bearer pile is surprisingly low. Obviously, stockpile piles itself quite quickly a lot of the time, and then hunting party as the only draw is also low. But this is a very nice turn. I would be thinking about trashing investment here. You can always gain another one. I mean, you could develop legionary, but you don't want the gold on top. So maybe develop estate into stockpile, investment trash copper, and you can trash investment for the 3 points. Yeah, I think definitely, like, GrassWonder needs to think about scoring soon, because the piles are pretty low at the moment, but obviously there's no threat at the moment with the piles, because Shua isn't, their deck doesn't do enough to pile. They do trash investment. So we're going to have 14 and 3 buys. I guess we want gold. Like maybe gold stockpile hunting party. It's a bit aggressive, but I think it's fine. You could also say, like, gold hunting party star chart would be safer. Not sure why we're keeping copper in hand. I'm missing something. Everyone's gold. Yeah, on the safe side. I think we could have definitely pushed one more hunting party into the deck, but we did almost draw last turn anyway, so I think we're alright. I think that might be a third hunting party for sure, which seems like too many. I think 2 is, like, maybe good. Although the second one, you'd have to get in like a I don't know, investment or a stockpile or conspirator or something like that. But the third one is not doing too much. A little bit unlucky to dud, given the number of hunting parties in deck, but I think it goes back to last turn. I was suggesting getting another hunting party and Star Chart so you could top deck it, and then it would have been much more consistent. They started taking duchies with war chest, which makes sense to me. I'm not sure why we didn't want to play small castle there. It seemed worth it. Unless we're maybe keeping it to try and get one of the high value castles. So we get the legionary attack this turn, which is good. Might not hurt too much. Although obviously it does counter the flag extra card. I guess they're looking for a win. But it doesn't seem like it can be there. There's not enough gains in hand. So I think you just play legionary. And then play collection war chest, and then you can think. And then obviously Shua should just keep the 2 hunting parties. You should probably keep the 9 hunting party, I think. But they might name duchy. I guess you probably gain duchy here. Or you could take the flag. And then we're going to have 11, which I would say province star chart. I could have even seen like a stockpile gain or something with war chest there. But no, I think duchy's fine. And I think this is definitely province star chart. Province stockpile is okay, I guess, but I think you'd rather just like guarantee having a good turn, or at least like make it much more likely with a hunting party on top. Pretty sad turn here. I don't know if it matters to keep the estate. This could be... I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not sure if we're getting back round through the deck to play whatever we gain here. There's still 27 cards left in the draw pile. Which does make you think maybe you just keep the estate instead of trashing it to investment. But if you think you're going to draw back round, I guess maybe, yeah, collection is fine. Yeah, very sad turn. I don't think it's worth trashing province into Grand Castle. Especially because you don't really want to reveal the King's Castle, I don't think, for Shua. Because they have a lot of the other castles already. Does just take a stockpile, which I agree with. Here I would probably... I don't actually know. I'd be tempted to play the small castle to gain the Grand Castle, but you kind of want to be able to gain King's Castle as well at the same time, but maybe that's just not feasible. What are we gaining here? I mean, you could gain like Hunting Party stockpile on top, but that's super aggressive, I would say. Beyond that, like what do you want on the top of your deck? Like you don't want to put a duchy up there. But they do take duchy. I still think you should take Grand Castle there because, like, even if, GrassWonder denies King's Castle, that still means that they had to go and buy King's Castle instead of maybe something that they wanted. Powers are super low. So GrassWonder would need Hunting Party, Duchy, and I don't think they have an investment, so it's slightly awkward for them to pile and win. I don't think it's that easy for them to get the money. You'd kind of need to develop into something, but I'm not sure what. Because if you develop into one of the fives, then the war chest can just block the other one, which makes it harder to pile. So yeah, I think we just play for points and have a legionary attack, because I'm not seeing a win. Unless how much? No, we don't have enough for that. I was thinking maybe we could trash province into Grand Castle, gain one of the fives with the war chest, and then take the King's Castle. But one, I don't think that's enough points, and two, we don't have the money for that. So I think just legionary attack. Take I don't know. You don't really want to lower too much, so probably the war chest gain could be something like, I mean, you could even take flag bearer or conspirator. Yeah, I would definitely wouldn't take Hunting Party. I think flag bearer and then province. They could take grand as well, that's true. I guess the fear with taking Grand is they might find Small Castle to trash the kings and then be able to gain a duchy or something, which would surely put them ahead in points. We obviously know that they don't have that, and their Small Castle already went by. I guess it was revealed actually by Hunting Party, so they do know there's no Small Castle. That's the sort of thing, like the Hunting Party reveals, that I would absolutely never pay attention to in a game. I don't think there's much in it between Conspirator and Flag Bearer. Probably, if you can guarantee finding Conspirator and activating it, then it's better. But having a 6-card hand is nice. I don't know whether they went back and noticed that Small Castle had gone past. But if they have, then surely Grand Castle is correct. Because in order to lose that, you'd need them to find War Chest and I guess 9 coins plus the coffer to win, which seems very unlikely. And actually only taking province leaves the Duchy Hunting Party part out threat potential anyway, so I think this is just province. Buying coppers makes sense. I think as you can get another copper and then province. I think you can't leave it to where they can win with just Duchy Hunting Party, because that seems too likely to be achievable. Or buying the coppers to be able to afford Grand Castle. I'm not sure about that. I'd rather save the coffers to have a bit more threat in a future turn. But this looks close. I think it's not enough. So you can develop flag into Duchy Silver, which gets you a coffer, and then you only have 8 2 buys. So one short of that. And if we take like Duchy Hunting Party, we can get a draw, I think, develop into Duchy Silver by Hunting Party Estate. Is there any other way? Like you could develop into flag estate. I don't think that makes it any easier. You could develop flag into like collection silver, which would mean you can buy King's Castle, but then that's just not really worth any points for you. So they can win with just a 5. And yeah, looking at Shua's hand here, it seems like they're gonna win here. This is the first game of the match. Yeah, they did take the tie, which feels correct. Yeah, so 0.5 each. Should be GrassWonder to start the next game. So yeah, 1-0 game 2. 0.5 each, I mean, game 2. Arena probably relevant here because there's going to be a lot of terminal collision. This is a pretty sad board. I feel like Animal Fair Scepter is kind of like the best payload, but there's no draw really to set that up. So maybe it's just big money with Pirate. Yeah, also no trashing. But I still don't think Marauder will be good enough. So I don't know, maybe open like double tracker potion. We're playing Peastone. I've never actually, I think I've had it banned like the whole time I've played Dominion, so I've never bought Peastone or gained it. I guess it's good in like junky decks, which this could be like if you're buying Banquet for stuff, but I still, that feels wrong to me. I'd rather have like, take double tracker here. You can trash the trackers to gain animal fairs and just play some kind of pirate animal fair big money thing. I mean, you could also, I guess, take like, yeah, I don't think Marauder, I don't think the ruins will come in quickly enough for it to be super effective. I would say like maybe on the 3 Banquet for pirate isn't like crazy, but it's probably worse than silver. Anyway, we do just take silver. Yeah, I don't really like double silver here. I think getting the trackers to be able to turn them into animal fairs is worthwhile. Pirate is first 5, I definitely agree with. GrassWonder does hit double 5 on the second shuffle, which is very nice. What was the other opening? Marauder Workshop. The Marauder might work. I don't really like it, but Workshop is definitely bad. Like, yeah, what are you gaining? Merchants? Silvers? Yeah, I guess you take a gold, buy another pirate. I don't know at what point you stop building and start just greening. Maybe 3 pirates is enough. Yeah, that's true. Actually, the spoils can be trashed as well into Animal Fair. I think silver's probably worth it. Merchant just is unlikely to line up with silver. Yes, I guess provincing here is fine. I could also see... Yeah, that's true. Province Animal Fair is quite nice. But they take the arena points instead. It could be awkward if the pirate and Animal Fair collide. With no plus buy, you can't easily like buy a treasure to activate pirate as well. I guess getting gold here. Do we buy a gold as well, or buy a pirate, or... I think buy gold. Duchy already seems a bit early. Are we going to get round another shuffle, I'm sure. But maybe it's fine. I think this could be like Banquet for Scepter or something. I think the coppers are like not really that bad. But you could also just buy... Oh, discarding pirate. I guess you're not going to have plus buy in the next hand, and you're probably going to hit 8 anyway. So the extra pirate is maybe not worth the 2 points that you get. I think I would have played it though. Yeah, you don't want to activate that pirate. So take a gold, play pirate, play province. This is a nice hand as well. And that is going to be a win for GrassWonder here. Yeah, not really too much to that. Just pirate big money. A lot of the stuff going on for Shua was not helping. We want to get to Vampire, I think. Seems worth it. None of the opening cards seem that exciting. I would probably be tempted by like double grotto or something, but the collision case is quite sad. We do have a tent, so I wonder if we'll get onto the garrison stuff. 2 tents. Dismantle I don't like. It's quite bad at thinning. This should be grotto. And I think probably don't rotate. Take a vampire. Are we taking garrison already? It seems a bit early to me. I would say set aside 3, play tent, and buy another grotto. But maybe they're tempted by garrison. Or even hill fort. I can see it. It seems like a bit of a rush to try and get onto all of this stuff. Yeah, I was thinking about Dutchy Duke, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It seems kind of on the slow side. Like Vampire can gain you 5s and Dismantle can gain you 5s, but apart from that, it's slightly limited. Obviously, Crossroads is better than normal with like Pig. So if you have too many, you can pick them, or if you find them without green. But in order to have like enough of a hand size to play with that, you need to be grottoing more stuff. I would probably just play Tent and prepare everything else here as GrassWonder. Yeah. Yeah, this mantle is very slow. You don't really want to be turning Estate into copper gold, particularly. I don't know what we gain here. Maybe Crossroads? Not really sure what the alternatives would be. I don't think you want really a silver. It's a bit early for Dismantle. And here you can set aside for, and I would like a Vampire. I think it's going to be worth it. Probably gain a Crossroads here. And I guess next turn the Stronghold. And take. I mean, I would like Vampire on this side as well. It doesn't matter which order you resolve these. Nice Crossroads. Oh, we've drawn deck. We've only got 110, so we can't go around and get another garrison. So probably the Strongholds will just stay on top here. Not sure what you gain. Maybe another Crossroads. It's slightly awkward as well with like Grotto Crossroads, because you probably want to be setting aside your green, but then you're not going to draw it in your hand at the start. Unless it was like this time where you don't get to the end of your shuffle and then you dump the grotto cards in before you draw. I don't know if they're thinking about whether they can rotate, gain another 10, and then rotate again. But then you're only going to be able to gain one of the garrisons, right? So, like, I'm not sure it's worth it that much. Oh no, that's not true actually, because we have Vampire. We can gain both garrisons. I guess pick Crossroads and see what you find. Not that much. So you could set aside 3 and then prepare the garrison, or you could. I don't like picking the grotto there. Doesn't really help you gain more cards for garrison. That province is so early. That can't be right. I think another vampire would have been good. Like, we have all the extra copper from Dismantle as well. And I think the Hill Fort gain should have been another Crossroads as well, because they're pretty over-terminaled. I guess you can play both garrisons here because you'll have another one on the off turn. I like Crossroads. I would buy a Hill Fort and trash 2 coppers. Yep, I like it. This could be Dismantle Gold. I guess that's fine as well, because you can just buy 5. And then this should be a Bazaar. Seems very early for Duchy. But maybe that signifies that they're going to go after Duchy Duke. Although they did just buy Province last time, so. No, I'm not sure. I think we can definitely take one more Crossroads, at least, for GrassWonder. Oh yeah, that would be funny. I think I've done that with maybe Enchantress or something, where I thought that I could play my second one normally, but no, because technically even if you play it as a pig, you're playing the Crossroads. Estate, Dismantle even is probably fine. I think it's a bit early. I think we want more crossroads. Yeah. Set aside 4 and buy maybe just a bazaar. Second vampire. It's okay. Top deck both tents. I guess, so that the estates get discarded in the shuffle. Well, yeah. And then you can just pick the tents, so it doesn't really matter too much having them on top. I think Schwa definitely needs to get the grotto draw set up. You don't really need the plus buy this turn, right? Like you're hitting 6. And yeah, I don't like samurai. There's so much start of turn draw that the discard 2 isn't like killing your turn. But they did activate Garrison and then Grotto, which seems, yeah, wrong. Although I guess if you don't put the estates in, then you don't have to draw through them. I don't really know what we want. Like maybe just estates. We're triggering that shuffle, which is, I mean, it's fine. Like we're gonna have enough draw. Obviously, in general, that wouldn't be a good one. This dismantle is not doing much at the moment. So you could dismantle the estate if you wanted to get a gold to then be able to use the gain 5s. Doesn't seem crazy. Yeah. And then we take maybe vampire to have some gains next turn, because we're gonna have 2 bats, which is slightly like awkward. They just gonna duchy. It does seem like they're gonna be going for the Duke stuff. I don't know if we grotto 3 and only trash 1, or I would probably I'd probably grotto 2. and trash too. This is a very good turn. So dismantle gold into maybe a vampire. And then I don't know what we start gaining with these whole forts. We don't really have the terminal space for a herbalist, but wait, I mean we can play one if we want. Yeah, that's fair as well, actually. You can just game whatever you want and pick it. Gaining a state seems fine as well. So I guess we'll see here if they're going Duchy Duke. I think I would, yeah. 2 duchies, then you can vampire 2 duchies as well. There's just like nothing happening on this side. No gains, no draw. I mean, you can take province, but that just doesn't really help you as well. I think maybe dismantle this turn, just gain some bazaars. You don't really need to start gaining all the dukes immediately. Yeah, I think the estates are fine. They do take the duchy. I would have liked one more bazaar, at least. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. I guess you just play Herbalist. Buy 2 Dukes. Gain 2 Dukes. I mean, yeah. It's got to be close to like half VP. I think you probably discard like Gold Vampire or something. Not that it matters, but yeah, feels technically correct to keep the Duke. So the win will be on, I guess, Dukes and Crossroads is the easiest. That's probably in hand already. You can dismantle silver into Crossroad. And then draw up. You'll have 2 vampires and plenty of money. I don't know if Garrison is stronger than Silk in general. It feels like it's one of the highest like skill multiply cards. Although I know that there are stats for that, which I haven't looked at. Seems like they can't ready up. Somehow I've just never had that happen to me. But it does seem to happen quite a lot to other people. This will be match point for GrassWonder. Currently 2.5 to 0.5. And we have quite a standard looking kingdom. There is copper trashing, but no other trashing. So grotto will be good here. Soothsayer seems okay. The open, I think spice grotto is okay. Spice stockpile would also tempt me. Journey. I don't think Journey is worth it on the open, but I can definitely see it being useful in quite a few cases. Yeah, grotto seems fine. Hunter is quite good as a draw card here, I think. Here I'd be tempted by I'd be tempted by like Grotto Journey. But goes for the immediate Soothsayer. Maybe just Grotto. Like, you kind of want to free your stockpile at some point, but you do also want a second Grotto. I think we draw with Spice here and see what we find. Yeah, I would just set aside 2 and buy a Grotto. That seems like overkill. Like, sure, we're going to have a good turn now. I guess we can then buy Grotto Journey this turn and set up our Grotto, which seems reasonable, if that was the plan. I think for sure we just draw with Spice here. I don't know why we wouldn't. I really don't like that. Yeah, well, I was thinking if we draw with Spice, then we can buy Grotto Journey, and we'll just draw the junk with the Grotto. We can set up Grotto for next turn. This way, we do end up finding Grotto, but there's not with that much junk. But Stockpile Journey is definitely a good synergy as well. It's just Journey works kind of awkwardly with Grotto. I think we should have played, because we left some coppers unplayed, right? Or did we? I don't know what all those cards down there are. Yeah, and then I guess Mining Village with it. It's a bit weird to me adding envoy before a village. Because we're not going to play it. Unless we like play it on our regular turn and then set up a journey where we play Sooth. But no, I mean it seems kind of awkward to me. Like Hunter is also quite a good draw here. We don't necessarily need to use too many envoys. Again, maybe I'm talking rubbish because I have envoy banned because I just get bored of having to click stuff on my opponent's turn. But yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't buy Mining Village and then envoy. I think that should have been a grotto. Journey grotto. Because like obviously the first grotto doesn't come out on the journey turn. So this could be a lot of stockpiles. I don't think that's like the most important thing, getting all the stockpiles. Like sure you deny the plus buy, but yeah, you've kind of like just filled your deck with them. And like payload from Soothsayer is quite natural as well. So you don't need them for money. I guess in a pinch you can use Spice Merchant for plus buy as well. Actually quite lucky to find Grotto on the top here as well, with cards to set aside. I would probably set 4 aside, but I don't know which 4. I think this can just be Mining Village. Hunter is okay as well. I wouldn't play this envoy. Yeah, I mean you just deny stockpile. So this could be... I don't know if we want to play all of these stockpiles. I really don't understand the envoy, given that we still don't have a village. And it seems too early for province as well, I would say. Like that could have been like village, hunter or something. Hunter's kind of sad because it doesn't draw curses, obviously, but we do have a mix of like action, victory, and treasures. So it's probably drawing at least 2 on average. I didn't notice the Night Watchman get bought. I don't know if that was because of a like specific. How long ago was this? Don't know if that was like a specific reason on that turn, but I would say in general it's not that good here. And we've kind of burnt through all of our stockpiles. We've just got one left. And just using it to buy a Dachi. Like probably still like winning enough, but I don't know. I thought we could have had much better control over our deck here, and instead we're just kind of I don't know. We're not really set up very well with like Grotto and draw. Here, I mean, I would set aside at least 2. I don't think you need to be buying the Dutchies like that. Maybe set aside 2 and buy Journey or something. But it seems like Dutchies are going to pile. This can just be Province, Journey. I don't know what your Journey turn is accomplishing that's worth it over just buying Province. I would have definitely grottoed the Night Watchman there as well. Although that, I guess if they knew they had that junk down there. I don't know if we just like pursue gold or something maybe. I don't think we need to actually. We've got Grotto set up for next turn. The Night Watchman kind of just did the same thing as pursue there. Like sure we got 1 extra card of search space, but now we have a Night Watchman in our deck. But yeah, actually I didn't think we needed to use that because now our golds are going to miss the shuffle. I guess we can pursue like a bunch. This game's very messy. I think you deny Grotto, yeah. I mean, we obviously knew their hand, but I think in general Grotto is the correct deny when you see that much junk as well. Oh, that is a lucky redraw with Hunting Lodge. But we've just bricked our deck there, haven't we? We just had so much junk down there. because it was our journey 10 as well. Like our good cards were all in play. So yeah, I don't think that journey was better than just buying Duchy. Probably just discard everything there. Journey, that makes sense. And then I think Duchy. Pursue Hunter maybe? Or gold is fine. Yeah. Yeah, take Duchy. They're creeping to victory. Does seem pretty inevitable at this point. But I think they could have easily set up to have like consistent turns with village draw and buying provinces. Yeah, what did they think? It was like 4 stockpiles on one turn or something. I think deny gold. I don't think we wanted to keep spice on top there. I don't know how many coppers we have, but it didn't seem super likely to line one up. I think, yeah, Dutch is safe. Like, they're not going to gain more than... they can't gain, like, Duchy province or something to win. I don't know if we should keep the coppers. I wouldn't keep the envoy. I don't think there's, like, enough treasure density to think that it's going to reveal multiple treasures. Because at the moment it's just been, like, revealing one treasure, they discard that, and then you have to put 4 junk cards into your hand. You can't take this Duchy. So I guess you pursue journey. I don't even know what you can take here that's going to improve your chances. I guess estate. They've been coming back throughout this game, Shua. I think it's maybe they just have more golds from their soothsayers. Also they have some villages which they've lined up occasionally with envoy. I would say you draw with spice and see what you have. Yeah, I don't really know what the thought is. Maybe if they think they just grotto everything, then next turn they'll hit. But like you are pretty safe. It's highly unlikely that it's highly unlikely that you'll lose if you take nothing this turn. Maybe they didn't want to draw one of the golds with Spice Merchant and only hit 4. They'd rather just grotto everything and then have both golds next turn. Yeah, like they had enough of a lead just about to where I mean you just have to buy Province here and hope, right? Not that it matters. But I don't understand that play. That is game 3.5 to 0.5 for GrassWonder. They will play one of Extrategist and Jeb in the next round. Thanks all for listening. See ya.